To civil structural topics. Today I'll be discussing on plate girder design, that is part 2. So in previous lecture we have designed on shear force and bending moment of the on the plate girder, and today girder dimensions will be designing. So in that, step B is girder dimensions. In the girder dimensions, the first one is we'll decide about what is the web dimension. So write down what is the web dimension. Depth of the web is calculated with this formula: dw equals to k into m divided by fy. This is to 0.33. So where k equals to 150 to 200, it can be assumed, and this formula is taken with IS 800 codebook. You can just check in class 8.6.1.1. okay, so here we'll calculate this dw equals to k. Here I have taken it as 180 into if you have remember bending moment, maximum bending moment we have got is 4274.25 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. Fy is assumed as 250 Newton per mm square raised to 0.33. Calculate this, you'll be getting around 1352.4. This is what depth of the web. Okay, so therefore take depth of the web as, instead of 1352 you just round it off to 1300. Always depth of the web you assume it as lesser than what you have got. So this is going to be depth of the web. Next step is to calculate thickness of web. So thickness of web from table 2. Thickness of the web is calculated from this table 2, page number 18 of IS 800. For plastic and compact condition, you just check this in IS 800 about this, which is giving d by tw is less than 84 epsilon, or it is 105 epsilon. So epsilon equals to 250 divided by fy raised to 1 by 2. Here in this case 250, fy we have assumed it as 250 only, so the answer will be 1. d by tw equals to 84 epsilon. tw equals to d divided by 84 epsilon, which is equals to depth of the web is 1300, that is d, 84, epsilon is 1. So you'll get answer around 15.47. What is this? This is the thickness of the web. So web dimensions are d by tw, which is equals to depth of the web is 1300 and thickness is assumed as 15 mm. Okay, just make it lesser than this number and round figure it. So this is the dimension of the web. So next step is to calculate flange dimension. So I'll put this as second step, and this will be flange dimension. So flange dimension is calculated by width of the flange, that is BF, F stand for flange and B stand for width. So width of the flange equals to 0.3 times D. That is 30% of the depth of the web is taken. So 0.3, so depth of the web is 1300. Answer width of the flange will be 390. Just check the answer and it is rounded off to 400. So let's draw this one. In the plate girder, this is the cross section of the plate girder. Here width of the flange is this one, so it will be 400, and thickness of the web, this one, this is 15 mm. Just previously we have calculated this one, and we need to calculate what is this thickness of the flange. This is called as thickness of the flange, and B here is taken as, this is called B. How to calculate this B? This 400 minus 15 divided by 2. If you do that, you'll get this B as 192.5. This as 192.5. Now we'll calculate what is the thickness of the flange, that is for plastic and compact condition. B divided by TF equals to 8.4 epsilon, and no, it is less than 8.4 epsilon and 9.4 epsilon. So values you can take in between these two, and it is there in table 2, page number 18 of IS 800. You can refer all this and you will get this formula. And here I have taken B by TF equals to 8.4 epsilon, which is equals to, so B divided by 8.4 epsilon equals to thickness of the flange. So B is, here this one is B, 192.5 divided by 8.4 into 1 equals to thickness of the flange. If you calculate this, you will get 22.92 mm. This is what thickness of the flange, and this you can round it off to next number, that is 25 mm. So always here the width of the flange and thickness of the flange are rounded to the next highest number, where depth of the flange, this is depth of the flange, web, and thickness of the web are rounded off to lesser numbers. Okay, this is the reason is to avoid the buckling in this web. Okay, so whenever you take the dimensions of the flange, increase this dimension and increase. For example, it is 22.92, it is not decreased to 20, it is increased to 25. Even here also it is 390 width of the flange and it is increased to 400 mm. Where thickness of the web is decreased, you can see in the previous calculation, and web depth also is being decreased. So finally flange dimensions are BF and TF, which is equals to 400 mm by 25 mm. This is about the calculation of the dimensions of the flange as well as web. This is how we are calculating flange and web dimensions. So we'll move forward for the next step, that is how to calculate moment of resistance of this section, which we have right now. It is readily available with the dimensions. We need to check for moment of resistance and shear resistance of this. Then we have to go for the connections. Then we need to design the intermediate stiffness. Then curtailment of the flange plate has to be done. Then end bearing stiffness. So these are the steps which are remaining right now. So just move forward and calculate how to calculate the moment of resistance. So before we start with the moment of resistance, we need to calculate what is the IZZ value, that is the moment of inertia about Z axis, and what is the plastic modulus of the section. So let's calculate this IZ first. So IZZ equals to you can see here width of the flange, thickness of the flange, this is the depth of the web, and thickness of the web is 15 mm, and this came as 192.5. how it has came, once again I am explaining. 400 minus 15 mm is this thickness, so 400 minus 15 divided by 2, if you do, you will get 192.5. so 192.5 on either side. So get this one, I of this section, that is BD cube by 12. So firstly we'll take for the flange, that is 400 is the B, D is overall depth. So overall depth of this I section, this much is 1300, and here 25, and this one is 25. So 1300 plus 25 plus 25, so it will be 1350 is the overall depth of this plate girder. Okay, so it is 400 into 1350 cube, because it is BD cube, divided by 12, minus twice of what is B here. B is considered as 192.5, so 192.5 into depth of this web is 1300, so BD cube, B is 192, depth is 1300 cube, divided by 12. So calculate this one, you will be getting moment of inertia, check the value, you will get this much. So after this we need to calculate what is the plastic modulus, which is very much needed in the moment of resistance. So plastic modulus is ZP, which is given by summation of AY bar. Calculate this ZP, we need to have this, you can see here, ZP equals to twice of, because it is symmetrical I section, so twice of A of first is, I'll take this as first area, so it will be 400 by 25 first area, into Y bar. Y bar is distance from here to here, so this is A1 and this is Y1. So distance from here to here is already, this is 650 and this height is 25. So 650 plus 25 by 2. So half of this. So this is 650 from here to here, and plus 25 by 2 will be Y bar. Then plus second area is this web. So what is the web area? That is 650 is the height of this web, into 15 is the thickness. So 650 into 15 is area, and Y bar will be this one from here to here. So already this height is 650, so it will be 650 divided by 2. So this one A1, Y1 bar, this is A2, and this is Y2 bar, and this whole equation is multiplied by 2, because this area is one area, next area is this one, so double of this, so it has to be multiplied by 2. So you will get ZP as 19.58 into 10 raised to 6 mm cube. We need this ZP to calculate moment of resistance. So in next slide you will be seeing that how to calculate moment of resistance. So write step C. So before this, the step B was girder dimensions, where we have fixed up the dimensions of the flange and web. Then afterwards we have calculated what is the moment of inertia of that flange and web, that is altogether plate girder moment of inertia and plate girders plastic modulus. So step C is, that is third step, is check for moment of resistance. So check for moment of resistance. Here you need to calculate MD. MD is the design bending strength of the plate girder. So you need to check it, and you should get the value more than the external bending moment value. So MD is given by B beta into ZP into Fy divided by gamma MO. So this formula is available in page number 53 of IS 800. Here take beta value as 1 for plastic or compact condition. So substitute the values here. 1 is beta, 19.58 is the ZP value, that is the plastic modulus. Just now before this we have calculated. Fi is 250 and gamma mo is partial safety factor 1.1. So if we calculate this one, 4450 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm is the bending moment or design bending strength will get. So this is 4450 kilonewton if you remove this 10 raised to 6. Then in this case, if you compare this one with the external bending moment which we have calculated in the part 1 of the plate girder design, external bending moment of the plate girder we have got 4274, but here design bending strength of the plate girder is 4450, so it is safe. So required is this much, so which is provided is 4450, it is more than required, so it is safe. If in the case if MD comes less than the external bending moment, if it comes like this, then increase the flange thickness. Okay, then increase flange thickness. So you have worked for 25 mm of the flange thickness, you can increase it to 30 mm or 35 or 40 mm, and then again check this EMD value, you will get more than that of the external bending moment. So this is how we are calculating the moment of resistance. So it should be more than the external bending moment on the plate girder. Okay. So next step will be check for shear resistance, step D. So we'll go for that step, step D. Check for shear resistance is consisting of steps like design of shear force. The formula is VD. This is the design shear force. VD stand for design shear force, which is equals to Vn divided by gamma mo, where Vn is given by VCR, which is equals to AV into tau B, where AV will be shear area. So shear area you have to take is of web, because web is good in resisting the shear, or web itself will resist the shear force. So web dimension is 1300 by 15, where 1300 is the depth of the web and 15 is the thickness of the web. So this is considered as shear area and it comes to be 19,500 mm square. So after this, provide vertical stiffness at a spacing. So provide vertical stiffness, that are vertical stiffness. If suppose this is plate girder cross section like this, so vertical stiffness are provided to this web. If it runs like this, no, at that time this is the web which will be running like this throughout as a plate, and for this we will provide the vertical stiffness to strengthen this web. So here C by D equals to 1.5, and depending on this, this is the maximum limit we can provide the spacing between the stiff. So when C by D is equals to 1.5, at that time we need to calculate KV value, that is 5.35 plus 4 divided by C by D whole square. So this you will get all this in page number 59 and 60. Page number 59 and 60 of IS 800. Okay, just check these all. And here it is 5.35 plus 4, C by D is 1.5 whole square. This formula holds good whenever C by D is more than or equals to 1. Just calculate this KV value, which is equals to 7.12. So this KV is nothing but shear buckling coefficient. What is this? Shear buckling coefficient. Next we need to calculate tau CRE. What is this tau CRE? Is elastic critical shear stress of the web. E stand for elastic critical. So it is elastic critical shear stress of web. So which is equals to KV into pi square into E divided by 12 of 1 minus mu square d divided by Tw whole square. So this formula is also available in page 59 to 60. So just substitute the value where we have got kV as 7.12 pi square. Elasticity is taken as ES, that is elastic modulus of steel is 2 into 10 raised to 5. 12 of 1 minus mu square is mu is taken as 0.3. It is all assumed here. 0.3 square into d by Tw. What is d? D is the depth of the web and Tw is the thickness of the web whole square. Okay. So if you calculate this, you will be getting 171.34. What is this? Tau CRE. Okay. Here assumed values are E, that is Young's modulus of steel, and mu, coefficient of friction. So these are assumed. In next step, we'll calculate what is lambda W, which is slenderness ratio for web. This is slenderness ratio for web. So this is calculated by square root of FYW divided by square root of 3 into tau CRE. So this one FYW is 250, that is characteristic strength of the web. So we have assumed already Fy as 250, so FYW will be also 250, and square root of 3 tau CR just we have calculated 171.34. just now we have calculated in the previous slide, you can see, and calculate this, you will be getting this as 0.92. what is the slenderness ratio of web? Next we need to calculate what is the buckling strength. Buckling strength, that is given by tau B. B stand for buckling stress or strength, and this is again the formula is 1 minus 0.8 lambda W minus 0.8, close this bracket, into FYW divided by square root of 3. So substitute all the values here. 1 minus 0.8 lambda W is 0.92, slenderness ratio 0.8, FYW is 250 divided by square root of 3. Just calculate this, you will be getting this value as 130.48 Newton per mm square. What is this? Buckling strength. Okay. So this formula holds good. This formula holds good whenever lambda W, that is slenderness ratio, is between 0.8 and 1.2. For other values, here lambda W I have got is 0.92. So it is in between 0.8 and 1.2. So I can go for this formula. So this is all formulae are referred from, as again I am repeating, these are referred from page number 59 and 60 of IS 800. Page number 59 and 60 of IS 800. Okay, you will get all this formula with these conditions. You have to check for this lambda W, C by D, all conditions you will get there only. Okay, so after the calculating this buckling strength, we need to calculate what is the VCR value. So in next step, we'll calculate what is this VCR, that is critical shear force, that is shear area into tau B, that is the buckling strength. So shear area of the plate girder, we have calculated it already. It is 19,500 into tau b, we have calculated just now 130.48. So if you calculate this, you will be getting 2544.3 into 10 raised to 3 newtons. So VCR is in newtons. Okay. Then afterwards, design shear force. Design shear force is nothing but VD, which is equals to VD equals to VCR divided by gamma MO. What is VCR? 2544.3 into 10 raised to 3 divided by gamma MO is 1.1. Just calculate this, you will be getting 2313.0, it is kilonewton. So VD is this much, 2313. With what you are comparing it with? With the external shear force. What is the external shear force we have got for this plate girder is 1135.5 kilonewton. You can see here external shear force is lesser than the design shear strength of the plate girder, then it is safe. So in this design, we have come to know that MD is also good and VD value is also good. MD we are comparing it with, it has come more than the external bending moment. Okay. And VD value, with all these formula we have used, it has come more than the external shear force. So whatever plate girder dimension we have selected, they can resisting in what external bending moment and external shear force safely without any failure. Okay. So right now next step is to go for to develop the connections for flange to web. Next step. So step E, I'll write connection of. So connection of flange to web, you can see that there are here connections are made like this, that is welding to be done. So horizontal shear force at junction, this will be horizontal shear force at the junction which will cause the failure of this part. So it has to be welded properly at this junction. So it is calculated by F equals to VA y bar divided by IB. Just substitute the value. V stand for shear force, external shear force is 1135.5 into 10 raised to 3 into A is area of this flange 400 by 25 and y bar is from distance from here to here. So equal area axis distance. So 650. So 650 and this is 25 by 2. So I is, which we have already calculated, 1.152 into 10 raised to 10. Okay. So this is not IB, it is just I. Okay. If you calculate, that force is coming 653.0 Newton per mm, that is per mm length, this is the force. So afterwards, equating above force with the strength of the weld. So equate the above force, equate above force with strength of weld. So here it will be 653 equate above force with the strength of the weld, that is 653 is the force, 0.7 into S, that is the size of the weld, into length is 1 mm. FU can be taken as 410. Okay. So instead of FU I will write here as 410. And gamma MW for the welding material, factor of safety, is taken as 1.25. So this is the formula which will calculate the size of the weld, and it is multiplied by 2 because 2 welds are done here. So S equals to, if you calculate this one, you will get 2.46. So this is less than the minimum weld should be provided is 5 mm. Okay. So S equals to 5 mm. You write minimum size of the weld. minimum size of weld. So this is how connections can be developed. So in next part of the video, I'll be taking design of the intermediate stiffeners and curtailment of the flange plate and end bearing stiffener. That will be part 3. Okay. So try to understand this. If you have any doubt, put it in the comment section. Thank you very much.